Well, this might just be the silliest video I ever put on the channel. And I've put some silly videos on the channel. Hello! I made a video game. I made a video game in a child software game development IDE called Scratch. This is, what did I call this? Toast Sandwich Simulator 2022. I have probably spent around 20 to 30 hours making this. And that amount of time and effort is not in any way reflected in the quality of the finished product. It's going to be a full story mode playthrough of Toast Simulator 2022. No, nothing else needs to be explained. It's a WarioWare-like. We need flour, we need milk, we need eggs. Look at that, we went shopping. That's step one. That's step one of making your toast sandwich. Then you have to actually, like, make the dough. So first crack the egg to start, and then we move on. This is, yeah, I spent time and energy and just effort and all my free time. Well, not all my free time, but a good chunk of my free time over the last couple weeks, putting together a shitty... Now, unfortunately, the click and drag stuff does not work particularly well. This is all controlled by the mouse, as you can see and tell. This fucking minigame is a travesty to get working. Slow and steady wins for cutting your bread. You don't want to go too fast or else you mangle your pieces. That's my excuse. This is just literally an exercise in seeing if I can put something as a finished product together. And I think also the spreading butter thing and keeping track of like collisions between the 9 different sections of bread, that behind the scenes this is a mess. You don't want to actually look at that. We made a toast sandwich. We didn't actually get to see the sandwich being put together because I ran out of out of effort and willingness to put together the quote-unquote boss stage. I can't actually think of a good minigame to put the bread together, other than it would just be like a 3-step process of doing this like egg cracking minigame, which doesn't feel appropriately like challenging enough for a boss. So just consider the last couple of minigames, cutting the bread and spreading the butter, to be the actual sticking point. And you'll notice that we actually run out of time a little bit, because I also included the 3 stages of difficulty that are in every Wario minigame. Unsurprisingly, cutting the bread used to be a lot harder. I had it so you had to cut through from top to bottom, and that just took way too much time and finesse. Because again, the way clicking and dragging works in this is it detects whether or not... It doesn't have a click and drag option. Is your mouse down and over the sprite that you are wanting to, but at what cost? Really, toast sandwiches are the saddest thing that I could possibly think to build a game around. And I did this more as a... milk. This is more as a meme joke than anything. I think it was Cardle who was like, you can't make a toast sandwich video game. And I was like, hold my beer. I'm gonna make a toast sandwich video game. And then I came back 2 months later. I was like, yeah, I did it. Here, have this bloody nonsense. I still haven't lost any lives, which is amazing. It's going slow and steady and actually running this in a browser that isn't like choking itself to death. You can play this on your phone. Yeah, spoilers, this is public release. Like, ooh, I almost didn't make it there. It wasn't quite all the way down. Didn't get the clap sound effect. I was gonna say. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave a link. Oh, I didn't. No! That was the easiest mini game. I didn't drag it all the way down. See, click and drag just doesn't work sometimes. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link to this in the description. So you can play this on your phone or on a Windows browser. You can even look inside and see just the horrible spaghetti code mess that I have made of this. But at least this gives me some inclination that maybe I should, I'm not seriously gonna die. We need to get to the last minigame here. Come on. Yeah, there we are. Sorry, not the last minigame, the actual... There. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I have done. This gives me some, like, inclination that maybe I should get back into trying to make a game. Go back to the Game Maker Studio 2.0 environment and really sit down and put pen to paper? Is that the right analogy here for how to actually get past all this? So that's story mode. It doesn't speed up any further than this. It's just got the three speeds. And it's not actually that anything's moving faster, it's just that you have less timer on the clock. Come on, damn it. I was close. I was just dragging it off too far. Really? This is the kind of going out that it deserves. And then the game just ends. Well, you can't actually see it, but up here, out of the crop, there's a little green flag. So that's story mode, where it goes through in order all of the different steps, but you know, it was all modular, right? So I could just make it call a random game at any time. And yeah, I put it in a score attack mode, where it's just random games. Because WarioWare doesn't have a strict story mode. I always thought there would be room in this genre to have a progression of micro games that tell a narrative arc, rather than just them being around a theme, and some of those themes being quite loosely themed, as it were. I feel like you could, there's a game idea in there somewhere. There's not enough WarioWare in the world. There's not enough Wario in the world. We need more Wario in our lives. Do I honestly go at this until I run out of life? Yeah, you can jam that knife all the way through. There we are. So it's not actually checking about how far your knife moves left and right, or rather, how many times your knife is moving left and right. It's checking as it's moving left or right in turn, it is lowering the knife as it moves, and it's supposed to get to a certain Y value there. So that's why that game is finicky as all hell. But again, just take it slow and steady, be precise with your knife movements, and you will cut your bread. And again, this one is checking to make sure that you have a good spread of butter across, you know, if you imagine the piece of bread is like a tic-tac-toe board, every square should have some butter in it. There we are. Is there any more behind the scene nonsense? No, it's just giving me the hard minigames over and over again. Oh, there we are. So yeah, you'll see that the bowl, actually, the lid of it kind of bounces out of sync with the part that's following it, so that I could get that egg going into the bowl animation. And of course, I had to use a reference for the boxing glove hand. So, you know, I didn't want to draw an actual fist because fingers are hard, so what do? You make a boxing glove. How do you punch dough with boxing gloves on? That makes sense. That was a perfectly cromulent idea that I had. But yeah, look. Oh man, I'm so I didn't actually get to show. The egg will... You can fail that minigame. The egg just cracks along the bottom of the screen, and then it just sits there. There is no actual detection on win state mid-minigame. It only checks win state at the end of the minigame. So, you know, the ones that you complete extra early, just you sit and wait for the time to fade out. And if you click on the wrong thing in shopping, you don't actually grab it. See, like I can click the milk, I can click the flour. I liked doing flour and flour. I thought that was a clever inclusion. Now let's see if I can. There. See, look. I want to say, yeah, absolutely 100% certain. All art is hand-drawn by me. And all music is courtesy of whatever comes default in Scratch. So yeah. Toast Sandwich Simulator 2022. I'm sorry I'm subjecting you guys to this. Good night.